Here we are at the Prongerups. The sun's just starting to come up. Let me tell you something, that is absolutely beautiful. Here's Oren getting ready for our flight today. Catch some epic footage. Well, here we are at the Prongerups, and we have some terrible news. And the terrible news is Oren flew the drone around behind the back of a hill and lost signal. So now it looks like we're buying a brand new drone. What do you got to say, Toots? It's like a death in the family, isn't it?
It's very sad.
Like losing a loved one. Oh well, if you look around here, when you look at the map shows you that the drone's over there laying on the ground somewhere. But kiss it goodbye. Oh well. Look at this beautiful old home. This is sort of nearly Stirling Ranges, but you know, I'm sure this would be more than 100 years old, and but they stand the test of time. But what a beautiful place to live. Just look at that. Maybe we'll go inside and have a bit of a look and see what it's like. Wow, just imagine living in here. So here we have what would have been the front room. Beautiful old tin sheeting roof. Think of the stories that have been told around that fire. Someone's bedroom. Little bird's nest up the top there. Well, I'm just looking through this house and I've come across an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. You're not going to believe what I've found in here. So I'll turn the camera around, I'll walk in there. I don't know what you're all going to do, but December's going to be very different. So we go into the room. What I found is Father Christmas is dead. He's dead. There is no Christmas ever again. He's dead. Sorry kids, but it's all over. Today I've come out in the Stirling Ranges. We just stopped at the bottom of this mountain, so we're going to stop and have a coffee. We've been up since about pretty early, 4 o'clock maybe. And but yeah, it's pretty good. I'll spin the camera around and have a look at the beautiful scenery. You can see behind me some pretty high hills. There's a lot of cars parked over there, so I presume it must be a bit of a walking trail, but I'm still recovering from our walk the other day up to another mountain, which was pretty hard. But I'll spin the camera and you can have a bit of a look. You know, you can see in the distance the hills, and like all cameras, they can never replace your eyes, and they're actually quite massive. And what a beautiful place to be. Sounds of birds everywhere, but off in the distance you see, you can see for miles and miles and miles. Have a seat, Cook.
How good's this?
Yeah, we're filming. Well, here we are out in the Stirling Ranges, and oh gee, it's certainly beautiful out here. Just been surrounded by the hills. As you heard earlier on, we lost a drone, but we're thinking of upgrading, so we don't have to think about that anymore. We're going to get it. Well, Orange going to buy a new drone. I don't fly.
I'm still getting over it. I'm getting better. Really sad.
I suppose it's unfortunate, you know, when you fly a drone and it hits the ground, it does give a point where you can walk to and look for it. But the reality is out here, it'd be impossible to find. You'd have to trudge through so much thick forest to even get it, and you could miss it. But that's alright, next time.
Yeah, because it was like, went behind a mountain and it just landed in the bush and you'd never get to it.
Yeah. Flew behind a hill. Once it flies behind a hill, this particular drone, if it loses line of sight, it's all over Red Rover. And eventually when the battery goes flat, it just lands itself on the ground or in a tree or whatever happens. Bit distressing, but it'll be right.
At least I actually got the video on my phone, so yeah, softens the blow a little bit.
One of Andy's bush tips: always bring a thermos, latte, or whatever you like to drink, and something to eat. We've been on the road for 3 or 4 hours this morning, going all over the place, so we thought we'd stop for a while and have a bit of a break. And but as you can hear around us, beautiful birds. There's a walk trail up there somewhere. I don't know where it goes, but I presume it'd have to go to the top.
Not doing one of those.
And it even though it doesn't look far away, but because hills are so big, if you tried walking up it, it'd be a good 3 or 4 hour round trip, I'm sure. Well, here we are walking up to the lookout for Bluff Knoll, which I'll show you in a minute. It's pretty noisy here. There's the beginning of the walk to go up to Bluff Knoll, and as you can see, it's just over 1,000 metres and you end up there. And if any of you know much about Bluff Knoll, it can be pretty cold and windy. It snows up there, and Oren and I are certainly not going to do it. I don't think we've got it in us anymore. It's a bit far. Well, here we are in the Stirling Ranges, and I don't know much about this. There's not many signs, but this is a tourist place where you can come where this guy's built his own windmill. They say there's a cafe here, and there's accommodation, so you can probably, if you're travelling past, you can stay for a bit of a holiday, I suppose. But check out that windmill. Look beyond. I don't know if this camera will show it, but look beyond at the scenery behind, all the mountains in the background. What a great view. But it's a pretty good looking windmill. And over there's a plane, so we're going to go over there and have a look at this plane as well.
But the truth has not been told. Cause every corner of these woods is hollow. I can see.
Quite an impressive structure it is.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
also located at the windmill is, I think that's a cafe and tea rooms. And as we look over this way, they've got a house over there where you can have accommodation. And looks like a beautiful place to stay. It's beautiful and quiet here. Well, here at the windmill farm, we have an old aeroplane. And this is all set up for guests. I think quite sure that this is one of the accommodation things. Might be. But isn't that cool? Old aeroplane. I don't know how well it is to see in there, but there's a kitchen and a little sitting area, lounge room, and if you can see right up the back there, there's a big double bed, TV, books, a little galley. Not sure what's down that end, but wow, that'd be different.